Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
If Blake wins, Raydong will donate £20.
Holy
That's like
shit.
$50, man.
Real?
50 Australian
That's
dollars. Okay, the thing is, Raydong though, is like, I can actually tell Blake what Jono's doing. So I could rig this game. Also, Blake, you should make sure you can't hear me. Yes, we'll up Patreon backing if Blake can win. Oh man. Blake, can you hear me? Blake, can you hear me?
What?
It's fine, don't worry. You can't hear me.
Alright.
Alright, so... Alright, here we are in this game. Looks like Blake's stream is actually working, which is awesome. So you guys, you can see Blake's video as well as my own video, which is the Spectator. So I'm going to be spectating these two, Jono versus Blake. And I will be casting to the best of my ability. Of course, I am, you know, a man down. Solo casting isn't quite as fun as a duo cast, but still, this should be a pretty awesome game here. So Blake, do I call him ArchonHawk? Do I call him Blake? Dude, everyone is like offering to donate money. It's like $100 if you win. Can't hear me. Okay, whatever. So Blake's gonna be.
No, it's a best of 3.
Is it best of 3?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is best of 3. This is
Best
so
of 3.
hype. This is like 100% going on YouTube. So ArchonHawk is going to be the Soviets here. Mr. Blake, who is a meter away from me, as you can see by my hand motion.
What?
Never mind, it's fine. I'm being entertaining. That's what I'm doing. Jono, one of our Patreon backers, long time shit talker, but also long time cool dude. Basically, there's a bit of a rivalry between these guys because kind of Jono is one of the authors of the Blake is bad at video games meme, which is prominent in our Twitch chat. If anyone types in !Blake, it will say that he is bad at video games. But of course, that could soon to change, given how this game swings. Jono going for a double MG42. Man, that's a little bit risky here. For the record, Blake can't hear me. His game sounds are very, very loud, which is exactly how it should be. So double MG is going to give Jono great like middle control if he gets the MGs in both these garrisons. However, it can lend itself pretty vulnerable to flanking and capping the sides. And looks like Blake is actually going for this con spam. It seems to be Blake's standard. Ooh, fast Molotovs. Looks like Jono actually wants to take this aggressive forward garrison. Only problem with that is there isn't a lot of windows on the side here. However, if Blake can take the sides and the cutoffs, then Jono won't have any fuel, and you know Blake can punish that with like a really aggressive T70. So for the record, neither of these players are particularly high end. You know, these aren't exactly good players. Jono and Blake, neither of them really play 1v1s that often, so do expect them to be a little bit off meta, as well as, you know, not exactly being completely top tier play. But you know, that's fine. Makes things a little bit more interesting. So yeah, Blake's really going for the con spam, and I hope that he plays the flanks. Like, I think if Blake just charges the MGs in the middle, he's gonna get like just off stomped. But if he plays the flanks, gets the fuels, and currently like he is actually doing that. Nice work here by Jono though. He is going for the cutoff, which will secure the right side, or rather prevent the right side. Yeah, early Molotovs here, so forcing away those Grens. It's rare you see players going that fast Molotovs. They can be pretty effective, but at the moment, yeah, Jono's just getting the cutoffs with his pyos. I mean, like I could full screen, like if you want me to. I don't know, like I'm kind of torn. Like I don't really know, like if I should full screen like this, or if I should actually split screen. Like I can do either really. You know, just I guess for something different, it's nice having split screen, but I do definitely agree that having the full screen makes it a little bit easier to follow. I might actually just cut between the two. There's actually a mine here. Nice to see Blake putting those mines down on the fuel point here. Looks like the pyros won't actually sweep that one. Either way, I mean, Blake has the territory, but I mean, Jono's been cutting off these points very aggressively, so I do like to see that. Currently, Jono has his munitions point. Very important to get the income as Wehr, to get those LMGs, get the flamer, sweeper, mines, all that good stuff. There's two MGs in the middle here. I mean, it's giving Jono a bit of a VP lead, but currently double cap is on for Jono. So I mean, Blake, like, does he realize that his cutoff is taken? Like, I don't even know if he does, to be honest. Like, he's not actually getting income from the right side of the map. Maybe he's just really concerned about delaying. Nice dodge from Jono. Maybe he wants to just deny the fuel from Jono more than he wants to take it himself. So that's battle phase 1 completed. Jono, man, like, I wonder what he goes for. Like, there's a fair bit of options. I mean, 222 is very strong in this patch. It's been buffed. This is like kind of the new patch. The veterancy is bugged out as hell, but the 222s are certainly buffed. Maybe we'll force Blake into AT grenades. Yeah, man, like, Blake, I don't, like, does he realize his cutoff is taken? Like, this is a little bit embarrassing. And a mortar, I think that's a great choice from Jono. If he leaves the mortar in the middle, the MGs will cover that one, preventing the MGs from getting taken out. So, but I mean, at least, like, Blake is getting the double VP drain at the moment. So, not too bad. And he has the Molotov, so he should be able to win these engagements. That being said, though, the Grens are behind heavy cover, so pretty good positioning thus far from Jono. But he actually preempts the Molotovs, but it means he's running into negative cover, but he Molotovs himself! Oh, Blakeu! Oh, at least, yeah, he wins anyway. I mean, that was kind of a lose-lose. It was either, like, not dodge the Molotov or walk into negative cover. So that's kind of the advantage of the Molotovs. Is even if your opponent can flawlessly dodge them, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're making them redundant, because it's forcing you out of cover, which is, like, you know, pretty bad. So we actually have a Maxim coming out from Blake. I don't know how good this Maxim will do. He needs to get a mortar against these two MGs in the middle, but at least Blake is getting his fuel point and the entire right side back. Jono hasn't had any fuel, but he has had his muni point for a while, so he can start to get a few LMGs. He also needs to get a bunker. He probably will get a bunker now that he has these squads back in his base. Indeed, Wolfenstein, exclamation mark Blake, but that may be soon to change. So, yeah, and Blake is actually building a mortar, so he does realize that there's two MGs here in the middle. Going to be very hard to push through. It's like, yeah, he has Molotovs, but the fact that there's two overlapping MGs, like, it's kind of hard to force both of them off. And looking at Blake's fuel, he doesn't quite have enough for his tier 3 just yet. Like, he's had a pretty big fuel lead, so he can certainly go for the T70 pretty quickly. Let's see what Jono does. Like, he's going for his MG bunker. He's getting Flamer. Where's the LMGs? Does he not have LMGs? No LMGs. Okay, that's fine. He doesn't have minis for them. But maybe Jono shouldn't be moving out just yet when he has the MG bunker, or the medic bunker rather, coming out now. The Grenadiers won't be able to trade with such little health, and also there's no sweeper, so hopefully for Blake he can punish that with mine spam. Only has one squad of energies though. Often you see Soviets go double. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the reason why this isn't working properly is because I didn't have the right scene on. If there was any lag, that should be fixed now. I had it on screen capture rather than Company of Heroes capture. Sorry, that may have turned out a little bit badly on the stream, but I should have fixed that to the best of my knowledge with the... Yeah, when you're streaming... Oh, the mine wipe! Nice! Yeah, when you're streaming, you want to have on game capture rather than screen capture, which is what I did not have. So thank you, Wolfenstein, for pointing that out. Hopefully the YouTube footage will turn out okay. Yeah, my apologies for that. So 222 is here. So this 222 is going to be really hard to deal with on the flanks. I think it's really smart for Jono to build that, especially on the new patch. It's just, you know, I think a bit of a no-brainer here. Do we have AT grenades? I think Blake will go for those once he sees the fact there's a 222. The Maxim won't have really any impact against the 222. I mean, like, this gun won't really suffice, but Blake isn't actually that far off going his T70. It's kind of weird casting, you know, on a first name basis, but anyway, that's fine. 222 actually going to be chasing down the Maxim. Might even force away the mortar. Yeah, actually retreats the mortar too. Did he? Oh man, he wiped that Gren squad. Oh, Blake. Oh, Blake. So we have AT grenades. Yeah, nice response there from Blake. Jono now has an LMG, which is pretty cool to see, but really unfortunate, man. Jono lost a Pioneer to the mine. As well as the fact that he lost the Gren to a mortar, so really bad luck here for Jono, but at least this will be a best of 3 series. ArchonHawk getting his gun out. And Jono's actually going for battle phase 3. So he has his fuel point. If Jono can hold this fuel point, he'll be able to get a Panzer IV or maybe even Osmond out on time. But Blake has too much map control, I think. You know, he's able to even dislodge the MG in the middle. Actually, we'll start set up now. Molotov is on cooldown. Can't use that 1 second time. The mortar back in the base. Won't be able to really do much about that center church. So yeah, having the overlapping MGs is really hard to clear out. Oh, the mortar! Like, if there's any semblance of Blake being mad, it's completely evened out by the fact that Jono's lost the ground squad to the mortar as well. So con squad has been wiped. The power of the overlapping support weapons. Bear in mind the mortar was very close to the cons, so the scatter was pretty much minimal. So this gun is here, getting flanked by the 222. This is really risky though from Jono. This gun will set up, probably won't kill it though with the help. Oh, juice behind the garrison, nice work Jono. Gren squad's actually getting suppressed by the Maxim, so can't do too much there. Now at least it is the map control is a bit more even. Jono has, you know, it's able to taken back most of the map. Took? I don't even know, dude. Whatever. So Blake building his tip. Man, the timing, he's going to have the T-70 out just as it's available. Come on, zero fuel, zero fuel, zero fuel. Zero fuel, zero fuel. Zero fuel. Oh, damn it. Almost. It's fine. Oh, dude. Bro. The T-70 timing.
Oh yeah, 0 fuel, yeah?
Well done, Blake. So the T-70 comes out just in time. Man. So the thing is with this map, Arnhem, is it's a really good map for light vehicles. So, wait. Oh, okay, that's actually a spoiler because you can see in the future. I have the power to time travel by hitting numpad 5 on my keyboard and seeing Blake's screen in real time. Yeah, so any light vehicle, you know, whether it's a T-70, Panzer II, Stuart, whatever it is, very strong on Arnhem because you have so much of the like the roads. You can be very mobile. It's very open. AT guns are hard to use. S-mine's getting swept here by the engineers. So let's see, have a look at Jono. He's actually floating a fair bit of manpower here. 600 manpower. At the moment, he needs to get some packs, but he won't see the T-70. Not just yet. Actually, T-70 is starting to fire on the Grens. Let's see if he actually kites this one away. Doing some nice damage here. We'll avoid the Faust for now. No, just kidding. Actually gets hit by the Faust. Still, the Grens are looking pretty vulnerable here. Could even wipe this one. 222 is moving in for it here. The 222 has been buffed, but still, it can't really 1v1 the T-70. Actually flanking it, though. Nice work from Jono here. T-70 going to be refacing now, but will it be enough? Man, 222 having a health buff is a huge bonus, but still, the T-70, the main gun is just so much more powerful in this matchup. Jono needs to move in another squad for a Faust. There's actually an MG here, but there's no AP ammo available. We have one squad of engineers, but they're on the other side of the map. He can't really heal that one up, repair it up, rather. Looks like Jono actually lost a squad. Oh man, I missed that. So this game is actually pretty damn close. Like, I think Jono and Blake here are pretty closely matched. Oh, god damn it. Sorry. I'm the worst. Man, thank you, Wolfenstein. I'm definitely glad you're helping me out here. Yeah, I put the wrong screen on again. So now we should have no more of the lag issues. Anyway, well, not lag issues, but like weird graphics issues or whatever it is. But anyway, gonna be a pack for Jono. So this is kind of one thing. Oh, sorry, it was Blake. Yeah, Blake lost a squad. This is one thing that separates good players from, you know, from I guess mid-tier players. Well, nice rifle no dodge. Oh, G43s though. Cons up close can't deal with the G43s. Is the fact that players, they just know the matchups and they know the timings. For example, you know, Jono being very late on his packs, whereas a lot of players, you know, in the top 100 or whatever, they would preemptively build those AT guns, anticipating the T-70 or the Stuart or whatever it actually is. So yeah, Blake only on 2 con squads here. Like, he may want to actually get a squad of shocks. Not a very good map for shocks though. Like, I feel like guards would have done much better in this situation, but at the same time, having the KV-8 and the IS-2 is really great to have in the late game. Perhaps by having a heavy mortar and the guards would be a good mix, but either way, here he will have his shocks. Double MG and a mortar though, like I don't know how effective that will be, but still in the open the shocks are very potent against the Grens, even with the G43s. So it is a T70 here. It hasn't had too much of an impact, but at the moment Blake has the double fuel points, so that's really important for him to hold those, rush out more vehicles. He has 90 fuel, has a fair bit of options at the moment. Could go for another T70, but I don't think Blake will do that. He may want to go for an SU-76, especially once he sees Jono has his own tier 3. Jono still has a lot of manpower though, like he really should be getting some more units. There's no excuse for having that much manpower, whether it's a Gren, a P-Gren, Sniper, Pack, you know, whatever it is. Like one pack isn't really enough to cut it against a T70. It loses the MG actually, and there's 4 cons here, so we can cap the MG. However, the 220 on retreat could actually wipe that squad, the cons with one model. I feel like Jono's maybe overcommitting to the middle, because Blake is playing around the middle quite well. Oh, he has the anti-grenade, actually retreats though, but either way, the shocks are here, can't do too much against that scout car. Yeah, there's been, you know, a lot of engagements, but not really a lot of, like, models. So there's pretty much no veterancy on the board. Even then, there's been, you know, like, not a lot of, actual engagement. Okay, T70 and the Shooter 2, man, this is bad news for Jono. The T70 up close is going to have a great engagement here. T2, the damage on the main gun isn't enough to cut it, and there's no pack. Like, where is the pack? It's moving up. He may be able to actually finish off the T70. Scout car is taken out here. Blake, will he go in for? No, he actually retreats. Oh, Blake Usama. No, actually gets away though. Wow. Maybe because of the wreck. So I'm surprised Blake didn't actually go in for the pack. Maybe he was expecting a Gren squad. But either way, the shocks are here to force that one off. And man, this game is so tense that even Roberto Pancakes Kun is watching this game. So like we have spectators, we have an audience. You know, everyone's like watching this game. The ESL studio, it's being flocked by you know, fans that are just so keen to see this matchup resolved. What's your opinions, Robert?
How many keens am I?
How many keens?
How many keens?
I'd say 5.
This game's... No, I reckon this game's at least 6 keens.
Oh, but that breaks the scale of keens.
I'm pretty keen to see Blake.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a certain bias to watching Blake. Because like I like him,
but
I like to watch Blake get wrecked. So
yeah, that's true. I do as well.
It's like 6 keens because there's an extra keen for me watching Blake get wrecked.
Yeah. That being said, though, like Blake is actually below in VPs.
He's holding his own, but he's below VPs.
Yeah.
So, like,
get in the webcam. Come on, get in here. So Robert, co-cast with me. So how many VPs does ArchonHawk have?
How many what?
VPs.
He's got 400.
No, that's Jono. So Jono has 443.
Yeah, and Blake's got 300.
Yeah, so Blake's actually behind in VPs.
Exactly.
But I think Blake has a pretty big fuel advantage. He hasn't used it yet. So, like, maybe he'll go for Katusha. Katusha's pretty smart given the middle... Lol? What happened here?
Chilling with him.
Oh, dude, I've been missing this.
Yeah.
I've been missing these mortars. It looks like both the mortars were destroyed. The mutually assured destruction.
You don't want to waste your manpower on mortars.
Man.
They're pretty useless, so you just kind of like leave them laying in the battlefield. That's
Kappa.
That's one of the strats I like to use.
Kappa phase.
In my time.
Nice attempt by Jono to build a fuel cache on the cutoff, but Blake, he's got a Zis gun. Like, Zis guns are pretty effective against the fuel caches. MG in the house. Cons, though, they're moving in for the Molotov here, so it will force that one away. Nice preemptive evacuation by Jono. At the moment, though, like, man, like, I'm kind of fearing for Jono, but he has actually gone for a Stug. That's a Stug G, bear in mind. So the Stug G is a very potent tank destroyer, able to take out the T70 incredibly easily. However, the T70 is very fast. It's very nimble and swift. Can avoid that one. I'm going for a Panzer IV would have been ideal, but I feel like Jono was perhaps forced into the Stug G because this T70 is becoming a bit of a problem for him. So, but still, once again, Jono has been continuously harassing the cutoff. So Blake hasn't been able to get the double fuel really for the entire game here. Shocks up close, too strong. Even the G43 is no match for those Pippius hates shocks.
Blake's got lots of VPs now.
Well, it's,
He
yeah.
went from like 444 to 420. So
But like, it's not ticking very rapidly because like, in order to get a pretty rapid tick of VPs, you really want to hold all 3 of them. Blake is a god. Okay, in case you guys are unaware, ArchonHawk is actually amazing. So he's actually going for a Katusha. So that's pretty nice to see. You know, very smart because there's still G. It's like, What threat is... We cancelled it for a T-34-76? How do you feel about the T-34-76, Robert?
Blake's losing his viewpoint.
Yeah, it's true, he is.
Far left, yeah. That's not good.
I feel like Robert is actually giving just as good analysis as Blake does. Oh!
That's a pretty bad insult.
Yeah, that's pretty insulting. I'm sorry, Blake. We know we love you. I think Blake's actually playing this game pretty smart for the most part, but I think the T-34-76 is a terrible idea.
You definitely want the Katusha.
Yeah, why, Robert?
It brings a lot more advantages to the team. Like, with all this stuff.
Nice. With
I
all
don't
the
know
stuff.
what a Katusha does.
So Katusha is a rocket artillery, so...
Yeah, exactly. You want the artillery. Like, you want the long-range strike.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be able to harass their, like, points and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
You can easily push, like, a bunch of units off of a point and, like, take it with your units. If you have artillery.
You're amazing. Yeah, but because Jono, he's investing so much in the middle. He has his mortar, he has 2 MGs, a Grenscord, a
But
Katusha...
look at the damage he could do with the Katusha. Like, he could bomb that, like, church, which is awesome. Like, I love bombing churches. It's my favorite thing.
I don't know, like maybe Blake wants the T-34-76 in order to flank and destroy the Stug G. Because there's actually Shreks though, but the Shreks are pretty weak and they're out in the open as well, crushing them. Yeah, nice. He hits one of them. Oh man, these Shreks have no. They get in the house. They need to get in the house. Gren's moving in for a Faust. Nice crushes here from Blake. Jono, get in the house, man. Oh man. Okay, Grens are here. He could definitely Faust one. It won't be actually the snare. Let's see if Blake chases it here. He's chasing it down. He's going balls. There's a Stug though. This could go pretty badly here for Blake. The Stug and the Shrek as well. The Faust rather on the side. So actually, Blake's trying to avoid the Faust, and he has. Yeah, that was a pretty big misplay there from Jono. If he put the Grens, the Panzer Grens in the house, the Shreks would have had good damage. There's actually a mine here, so he could bait this one. Oh, the Stug doesn't get the mine though. Oh no. Blake, he didn't quite bait that one effectively. The Stug can definitely take down the T-34-70. Is that a range though? I think he's out of range. He's on the road. Nice work. Nice use of the road. The road gives you extra movement speed. So, but by the T-34 being on the road, it means the Stug G couldn't chase it in time. Yeah.
Like pretty well stayed.
Blake
went in pretty deep.
He did.
I was pretty surprised he got out. I thought Blake was going to get wrecked.
I think that was very smart play. Not only did he avoid the Faust, he also like used the road to his advantage. I mean, maybe he should have tried baiting over a mine. The mine does damage, and also it slows down the engine on the tank.
The mine was in a pretty bad spot though for the bait, because like the Stug was obviously going to go towards the T-70, and like the
T-34.
T-34. Unless the T-34 like went to the side of the map, you weren't going to bait over it unless you pulled those mines back. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just waiting for someone to be like, dude, who's this guy casting with you? And I'd be like, oh yeah, it's Tightrope, don't worry.
Yeah, he's the best.
What's your Twitter, bro?
I'm
What's your Twitter?
I'm an MLG caster.
Yeah.
It's like XXX.
No, but
MLG
aren't you
caster
actually
plays
casting
it.
CSGO with Blake on the channel?
No.
You should.
Why?
You should.
Robert doesn't cast nothing.
No, but like Blake wants to cast CSGO.
Yeah. I've got lots of knowledge.
Yeah.
I know how
And Blake has the keen.
Yeah, exactly. Blake's got the color casting finesse.
We mean play casting.
Mm-hmm.
So, but seriously, this game is actually turning into a really like close and a pretty tense game. The VPs are pretty even. Jono has his Panzer IV and his Stug, so it's a really good unit mix. However, I mean, like Blake's getting pretty close to his IS-2. Needs a little bit more command points though. 4 command points. It's been a pretty slow game actually. So the IS-2 a bit delayed, more than you would otherwise expect. Whereas Jono doesn't quite have the fuel for an IS-2. He's actually going for his second squad of Pioneers. I think pretty smart considering he has 2 tanks, the Stug and the Panzer IV.
Blake's got a longer manpower
Yeah, he does.
and 11 munitions.
Maybe he'll go for a KV-8. It's a flame tank. He also has plenty of the incendiaries available, which I would love to see. He also has 2 engineers, so spamming demos would be pretty effective too. Nice Molotov there. So the shocks are also here, which are very strong against the Grens. There isn't really any Gren. Oh no, there's 4. So Jono must have rebuilt them. Okay, here we go. Panzer IV actually fighting against the T-34 and the Stug as well. It's actually a ban as this guns are setting up, but a little bit out of position. Will Jono finish it off? He does indeed. Nice work, Jono. He snipes the T-34 down. Yeah. The pack has actually been wiped. T70 could even destroy it. The Pioneer's going for a recapture, but he will lose that one. What a waste of manpower. Like, why is he backing away from that, man? He should actually just kill it. It's a guaranteed wipe that close. Oh, he wipes it anyway, though. Engineers are here. He could cap that one, but there's actually... Oh, Panzer IV understood. So I guess it kind of makes sense now he's backing away. There's no mines here out in the open. So currently, Jono has double fuel. Oh, man.
Like, pulling pretty close to that anti-tank.
The AT gun?
Yeah. He was like pretty
Oh,
close.
man. Jono is a bit of a mad dog. Oh, gets the Maxim? Wow. He's going for a bit of base damage. This is so he even wipes the Maxim gun. Blake going for a third Zis gun. Now, Blake's not sure. He's really considering. You know, he's like, do I go SU-85? He did build it and then he cancelled it. He wants an IS-2, but he's pretty far off. I think that's actually very smart. He wants to get the IS-2 more than an SU-85. Recaptures the... And an AT grade as well! Nice work, Blake! Gets the AT grade on the Stug. Rear armor. The pack, though, can finish this one off. However, the MG will be suppressing the pack. Are you going to merge it? Are you going to merge it, Blake? You're amazing. Oh, Blake, you're so good at this video game. Oh, Blake, you're... Oh, I'm just fanboying over Blake right now. That merge, though. The merge. That's merge, bro. That's merge, man.
Blake's in the game, mate.
Oh, that merge. That merge, though. He will lose his T70. But, you know, it should be expected. When you have a Panzer IV and a Stug, it's kind of hard to hold on to the light vehicles. Still, I mean, Jono's doing well. Like, he's got still the VP lead in his name. He's been doing a fair bit of harassment. The Tiger is coming up, but the IS-2's coming out soon. So I think ArchonHawk's going to have a much better time once the IS-2 comes up very soon. He just needs to get a little bit more fuel and a fraction more of a command point. The IS-2 is so strong, and with the Stug down, you know, that's going to be much less AT available. The Stug is so important as a counter to the IS-2. That being said, there is literally 4 AT guns, 3 Zis and a Stoller. Blake has so much AT right now, but he needs to get more mines and more demos down. He has a float of 600 munitions. He could also just incendiary these MGs like that as a basically an easy way to dislodge them. Yeah.
Blake's been keeping the VPs pretty consistent for the last 5-10 minutes.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
He hasn't been like ahead, but he hasn't been falling behind too much. But he's also been floating like a lot.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for the IS-2. Like, as soon as he gets it, he's gonna go like full on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
But
full on rape, John. Like that's the drill. Even I can figure that out. So.
yeah. That being said, though, look at Jono's territory. He has so much map control. He
It's
has
gonna be the third VP.
yeah a triple VP cap, and he has most of the territory. Blake hasn't captured his. There we go. That's the IS-2. That's the IS-2. There's so many AT guns. Jono really, Blake should really capture his mortar though. That's a bit of a misplay there. And at the same time, like even if Jono does have the AT gun set up and ready to go, Blake he can use his incendiary. Also, Blake can cloak his AT guns. Okay, the P4's here. The P4 backing away. Smart response. The P4 doesn't stand a chance. The IS-2 has so much armor. The P4 will bounce for days. Bring some mines down. That's great to see. Also, Jono has the close air support available once he has the munis for it, which shouldn't be too long since he has the munis point and about half the map. But now there's 4 garrisons. MG, Grens. I mean, Jono has the middle lockdown, especially with the help of that mortar, which was actually forced away. I don't know why. Okay, there's the ISU on the side. Blake needs to definitely, you know, start being aggressive here. He can't sit around against a double fuel cap and a triple VP cap either. Especially because currently Jono has no Tiger, so he needs to be more aggressive. Oof. You know, he's got so much of a map advantage, of a troops advantage. He isn't really utilizing it. He is. Thanks, Robert.
He set up his AT gun
Yeah.
to watch it for the people.
But the auto seek cover kind of screwing up Blake there. All right, here we go. IS-2 gonna be forcing away the Grens. That may open up the middle VP. So pretty good to see. Shocks are here, capping the cutoff. So I mean, he hasn't got the VP, man. Basically, so what happens here, right? is if you tell your squads to like capture, like stand here, they automatically seek cover behind the cover.
Just
so
outside the circle.
yeah, so that they run out of the VP.
So it's like, oh yeah, we're capturing.
Yeah, but it's great to see Blake using his IS-2 pretty aggressively here. At least, you know, he's trying to be forcing away the Grins in the middle. Pack gun will start to fire the P4 as well, backing away the IS-2. He has 2 engineers. Repairs shouldn't be an issue, but Jono has the VPs. He has the map. You know, I think this is Blake. He needs to just, like, take some roids and just go man mode here. Oh, man, there's Grins in this house. Could even wipe the shocks on retreat. I mean, it's only G43s, so probably not. If it was a LMG, it may have been a different story. A little bit positioned there. Is he going for a Faust? Jono, that is so aggressive, but it will actually pay off here. Nice work, Jono. He's going to be buying time for the Tiger.
Yeah, Blake's probably lost like almost 100 people.
Yeah, he's 211. He's lost so
Yeah,
many.
Since I commented on his VPs,
Yeah.
like hasn't gone out at all because he's been like out of the. Jono pretty much got the 3 straight off the bat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so... But at least it has been kind of even up a little bit. Blake has 1 VP in his name, but he's just being too defensive. He needs to get the mortar, dislodge the garrisons, maybe smoke the VP, cap the VP. Jono actually building a Stug. I mean, Stug's nice against IS-2, but so is Tiger. But I mean, against this many Zis guns, like I feel like Jono needs to get maybe a second mortar or... I don't know, maybe Russia Panzer for it. It's hard to say with so many AT guns. It's hard to use tanks. But, like, oh, he also has the JU-87. Like, it's so much AT available. Panzer Grins are moving up. This is actually a really bad move, though, by Jono. I mean, out in the open, the Shreks don't really penetrate. They get forced away. 2 pack guns, however, actually, this is turning things around. The IS-2 still isn't being repaired. 700 munitions. Oh, man, it's just so many of them. At least Blake is going to be capping up the left with his shocks.
He's going for the sneaky tag. While Jono's not looking, he's going for the sneaky tags.
Yeah, at the same time, Jono doing his own sneaky, going for the cutoff, getting the entire right side. Could be a Zis barrage here, maybe? Dude, he has so much munitions, he should be Zis barraging this. Like, he should be Zis barrage. Like, he has 3 Zis guns and 700 munitions. This is just...
He's got like 700 manpower and 700 munitions.
Yeah, that's just...
like floating like a motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. It's like 10... It's 11 Zis barrages. There we go! There we go.
A bit late. Like, he already capped the point.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
could have tried to like push him off before the cap, but
Yeah.
I guess better late than never. Oh,
Oof.
nah, not better late than never.
Nice rifle nade. Okay, on the left side... Well, we hear some butthurt on the side, but it's a little bit ahead of our timeline. That being said, though, what is that? That's an incendiary. Yay, incendiary! Yay! Blake spin. No, nice actually incendiary. The shocks are here as well, so they have to run into the shocks. The Grins are getting shredded. These shocks are so powerful up close. The IS-2 still being repaired, man. Oh, could even lose his pyos. Let's see if he chases it.
Those shots like squad.
Yeah, man, the shocks are so powerful up close. There's actually S-mines here on this cutoff, though. Okay, Stug and a Panzer IV. Let's see if he nades. Oh, the Stug I actually missed the shot. Could even get the Zis gun. JU-87 as well. Oh, man, here's a Zis gun. There's a pack. Where are the other Zis guns? They're out of position. But there's actually JU-87 doing so much damage, man. Oh, man. Loses the IS-2. That was where the butthurt came from, folks. Yeah, I mean, that's a nade. The Zis gun could even finish it off the P4 off. Let's see if it does. He gets out of range, actually. Shocks are here. Yeah, look, I mean, pretty big misplay there. I mean, Blake didn't repair his IS-2. He kind of overextended on the left side. Like, he went to cap the left side when he should have just gone middle. Like, he should have just mortar smoked, mortar barrage, incendiaried. Like, AT guns, you can't really send them on their own. Like, he should have just gone for the middle. Like, he could have just all into the middle using his combined arms. He had so much troops. He had Zis guns, cons, shocks, incendiaries, IS-2, AT guns, but he's just too apprehensive, man. He's scared.
He spent a lot of time trying to repair the IS-2, but then like he put it into like really small confrontations, so it would like take a small bit of damage, and he never got the full repairs done.
Yeah.
So like it always had engine damage.
Yeah.
So it could never go into a proper engagement.
Exactly, and because he was moving, the IS-2 was moving, so it wasn't repairing properly.
Yeah. So like the whole time, it's kind of like delayed a good fight.
Yeah.
He kind of like doomed himself.
Exactly. Still, the Tiger's going to be an option here for Jono. He just needs... Oh, he's pop capped! Lol. He can't actually get the Tiger. Doesn't have a population cap. He's pretty close to it, though. And at the moment, you know, Jono is draining the VPs here.
Yeah. Like, still hasn't gone down for like at least the last 20 minutes. He
Yeah.
hasn't got VP advantage at all.
Yeah, it's getting...
Like 380 to 144. It used to be like 380 to 300.
It was pretty close for a while, but I think Blake's just being too scared. Like, you know, he doesn't have vision like we do, but you know, when you have so much munitions available and you have the incendiaries, it's like what are you got to be afraid of? You know?
It's like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like you always say that he plays better at Counter-Strike when he's drunk.
Exactly. Like you need that bit of like Dutch courage, just to like bring you in line, so you can actually like go full ball and like do those sick pushes and like make sure you actually you have some sort of aggression instead of like staying out.
And he's still doing it because he's attacking the left VP, but there's no AT support. If a P4 drives in, it is being repaired to be fair, but like, he can't really do much about it. Where like it's a bit harder now though, because he doesn't quite have as much to his name, but still, you know, the fact that he has the Molotovs, he still has that mortar on the ground, you know, for smoke grenades, smoke barrages, for the incendiaries. Oh, the S-mines though, ugh, almost loses the shock squad to the S-mines. It's actually the Ostrupen reserves, the relief infantry. What that ability is as long as that ability is active, if Jono takes losses on his infantry, he gets a free squad of Ostrupen. Ostrupen aren't very effective, but they're still, you know, a free squad as far as munitions is concerned. But at least Blake is trying to get the VPs back in his favor, going for, you know, for his IS-2. But at the same time, now there's a Tiger, a P4, and a Stug. It's so much armor that an IS-2 is going to have a hard time dealing with that. You know, there's two AT guns, but is it really enough here? Could even lose his engineers on retreat. He actually does get away. Very close.
Like didn't have any armor right now.
Not at the moment, no. No, he only had these two AT guns on the side.
He invested so much in the IS-2 and just kind of like left all the other armor for them.
Yeah, but I think it was mainly... The hell is this?
Mortar chilling.
What? Is this a bug? Again?
He's having a great time. He's just kind
God
of
damn it.
sitting there with his
Come on, Relic. This is ESL week. There's going to be an ESL tournament in like 2 days. Lol. Still, he hasn't... He's building mortars and he's building new mortars and there's a mortar right here.
You could just get like a free one. Just
Yeah.
like, cap it with some like recruits and then like...
Exactly, yeah. Engineers, conscripts, whatever it is. I think he may be getting it now. I mean, mortars are a great choice, but it's, you know, 30 minutes too late. Still, ArchonHawk is pretty close to his new IS-2. P4 getting a couple of shots off by the Zis gun. Does retreat that one, so... I don't know, let's see what Jono does. Like, now he's in a situation where he's pop capped, so he has a lot of freedom to tech up. Maybe go for a... Again, like a Panther would be ideal, but it's a lot of fuel away.
Like, spent so many resources trying to push the left and right side.
Yeah,
Like, he hasn't even contested Biddle at all.
exactly.
Like, he can get the mortars, like, mortar them out of the buildings, like, smoke them and all that stuff, but he just hasn't done any of that.
And now that he has two of them, I think this is actually bugged though, man.
Yeah, there's like the one mortar squad.
God
that's
damn
not
it.
moving at all.
Oh, wow.
Classic.
Oh, did it fix itself? Oh, there we go. It fixed itself. Thanks, Relic. Okay, now he's firing the mortar. Yay!
Hey.
Yay! Nice, see, look at that. Nice shot.
Taking one of the 18 guns down. Oh, it's moving. It's not too bad.
Okay, IS-2's here. Rematch. Round 2. Round 2. Fight! But yeah, IS-2 versus 3 tanks, man. So basically, the Tiger and the IS-2 are very similar. However, the Stug has a high rate of fire, good range, good penetration. The Panzer IV is more anti-infantry, so it won't have too much of a contribution unless it actually flanks the IS-2's rear armor. But still, it's nice to have in a tank fight. Looks like, once again, Blake's going to be trying to harass the sides, force away these squads. Yeah, he's running out. He's got less than 100. There's an incendiary! Yay! And that's actually an MG in the house as well. The pack's being decrewed. This is great stuff from Blake, and this is what he needed to do so long ago. The pack is still here. Man, this AMG is getting owned by the mortar. The mortar of Jono is getting owned by the mortar of Blake and the MG combined. This is such a great engagement here. Let's see if the IS-2 can follow it up. There's no Dushka but on the upgrade, but the mortar is wiped, and there's no response.
No, come on!
All right, expect some ArchonHawk butt hurt in what, like a minute or so. Okay, Jono is actually man moding this. He's going for the middle instead of the going for the base trade. Gets the pack as well, man. This IS-2 is doing, and the church goes down. Blake is just romping everything, man. I think Jono recognizes that, and he's like, oh crap, I better respond. But is he actually staying in? Yeah, wow. So there's a pack here, there's a mortar. Maybe you want to just destroy the pack with the IS-2. The column of armor from Jono hasn't joined the fight. Still, the VP is in the hands of Jono. He's been forcing away squads and wiping them, but it hasn't got the VP. However, that could change quite soon. There's a pack in the middle. IS-2 here as well. This gun is a really good supporting AT. The IS-2 actually out of position a little bit here. Still that. Oh, rear armor! No, Blake! No, the rear armor is really, really bad. However, the AT gun's doing some fantastic work. There's the reface. JU-87 gets the wipe on the IS-2. Oh, man. So the problem there was that the pack fucked up his micro. But still, you know, no excuse there. He had his rear armor exposed. There's still, the AT gun's doing some good damage. The Tiger's pretty low. There's only 2 squads of Grens. The VP has been neutralized, so there's no ticking in the favor of Jono. The pack gun is still here. Ziscon trying to reface. The Stug has backed away. Jono has a lot of fuel in the bank. He can reboot a P4. Ah, that IS-2, man.
Blake.
Like, if that was facing the frontal armor, he would have been fine. Is that incendiary? Yeah, okay, won't do too much though, but at least double VP for Blake. You know, he's actually in a good spot. He's rebooting his AT gun. However, you know, there's no IS-2, there's no armor. But also at the same time, there isn't really any squads from Jono, but these weapons, they can be captured. The mortar, is that a that's a Shrek. Made you capture that. The Shrek's an anti-tank weapon on his infantry. So the Shock's maybe going to be wiping the Grens. This could be nice, especially if he has an MG in that house. Let's see.
Still like wiping his base with Callum as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Well done. So still there is a Zis gun on its way. The Tiger's kind of low. That means he can get its engine damaged by an anti-tank grenade by a conscript squad. There is actually 2 left, so he could definitely use that here.
He's retreating like all of his infantry, but just like leaving the armor in the base, just trying to get as much damage as possible.
Yeah, the bunkers are down. Doesn't matter too much though. The cons, oh, he could have definitely naded that one. This gun does bounce here. I mean, still, like, you know, Blake killed so much, but Jono had a fair bit of resources saved up, so I don't think it was a huge deal, especially with the Tiger and the Stug alive still. Can't quite get the nade off here. The Tiger's on the road for the extra movement speed. Man, what a crazy game between Blake and Jono. Like,
Blake's got a lot more control now. Because he actually attacked the middle instead of sitting back and just like watching it. Yeah, like if he did that a lot earlier, he could have done it a lot earlier. Like he had so many AT guns, he could have just kind of like moved them in, and like he could have got the mortars and just like pushed the middle and just done something.
Okay,
he could have slowly whittled it, but he just kind of like sat back and just watched it die.
Looks like he's actually going. He's going to cap this AT gun. He really should cap this one. The packs are better than the Zis guns. The packs are the German AT guns. Zis guns are the Soviet ones.
But he could cap so many things. Like if you just got cons, he could cap AT guns.
This one.
There's like mortars. There's a Shrek. Like he
yeah, still there.
Yeah,
still
he
there.
At least like
mortar.
3, like yeah. Like he's just not doing.
Yeah.
Trying to rebuild what he lost because of his IS-2 loss.
Currently,
he still has no armor.
Currently, however, Jono's actually cut off here. Doesn't have the left side. However, he has a Stug and this Tiger. They do need to be repaired though. But I mean, was that a rifle nade? Double rifle nade, I think, perhaps. The MG on the side could even get wiped here. And that's going to be a Shrek capture. Oh, Jono, cap the Shrek, man. Oh, nice shots, but they're in negative cover, actually. Oh, negative cover still, man. Negative cover. Oh, there's a nade, though. He's going to dodge it? Not bad. He could even lose the shots. Maxim setting up, though. He gets the Shrek, at least. Nice work, Jono. Other than that, I mean... yeah, it's hard to say. Like, Blake's going to have his IS-2 up in, you know, a few more minutes.
Jono's had far better armor control this whole game.
Yeah.
Like, far better. Jono's always had, like, armor out. Blake's pretty much just been saving for IS2s and then just wasting his IS2s.
Oh, look at the Zis barrage though. Oh man, he got 3 Panzergrens. Those Panzergrens are pretty expensive to reinforce, but also Blake should use his AT guns to destroy the abandoned AT guns. At least this pack, maybe the mortar. I don't think he has vision though. Like he won't see this pack, but he should have at least seen the mortar by now. Either way though, if Blake can hold out for his IS2, he should be fine. But this still getting Vet 2. This still gets extra armor, extra rate of fire, so it turns into even more of a potent tank destroyer. But there's just so many AT guns that it's hard to use a Stug. Blake has so many scores. He's got another sort of shocks here. He's got 3 cons. Jono going for the right flank is pretty smart actually. Nice AT grenade dodge though. Sorry, a rifle grenade dodge. He has a Shrek. I mean, Jono's been a little bit AFK though. Like he hasn't been quite as proactive as he should be.
Like some of the
Yeah. 300.
He was like 300 behind exactly, so he's getting at least 70 VP points.
Yeah.
So.
It'll take a while to whittle him down from 300. Like unless Blake gets a triple cap, then it'll be a lot quicker.
Blake's pretty much gonna keep like overall control, or he's gonna
yeah,
and he knows that. So he's gonna try and set up like all his garrisons, like he's gonna try and set them all up so he can keep the control.
Yeah, that's good. He has an MG in this house here. He has cons in this house.
He's got all his ATs like set up all around the middle.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure the armor doesn't go get it.
Yeah, the right VP is pretty vulnerable. At the same time, though, there's no engineers from Blake, so there's no mines being built, there's no demos being built, and he will need to build those engineers once the IS-2 comes for the repair. But Jono, like, I guess it's the fact that he has so much VPs, it doesn't really matter how long he draws us out, but it kind of does because it's just buying time for Blake to secure his 3rd IS-2.
Like, yeah, at the moment he could just kind of like sit back, send a few troops in, try and like make sure that Blake doesn't get too comfortable. But he could sit back, build up a nice armor. He's already got like a few armors sitting there from before because Blake didn't wipe all his armor. So
Armors.
tanks and stuff, things with like wheels and things.
Yeah.
But like he can definitely build more than Blake does. He's got like a bigger base. Like a base of units, if you know what I mean.
Not really.
Yeah, he's got more armors and stuff.
Yeah, he has more armors. It's true. He has Krupp steel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has the Stug. I mean, the Stug isn't good against infantry, but it still has, a bit of an impact. And the Tiger especially. Like, I feel like there's such a weakness here. There's no AT guns, so the Tiger could take that VP so easily. Whereas it looks like Jono is going for it now because all the AT's in the middle. Yeah. And the AT guns are very slow and immobile. Also, there isn't enough munitions for a Ju-87. So that's kind of been the problem. Like both of those IS-2s, as we saw in throughout the beginnings of this game, is the IS-2s were taken out in conjunction with, but by the strafe, the stupid close air support, the anti-tank strafe. So Jono needs to rely on that. Oh, Panzerwerfer! Jono, you're a god. Do you know what a Panzerwerfer is? Okay, so the Panzerwerfer is the Wehrmacht equivalent of the Katusha. So basically, it's a rocket artillery. Yeah, okay. So it'll fire rockets that just decimates these AT guns.
Yeah, so he's going to push Blake off the middle.
Yeah, that Panzerwerfer is really smart, actually. Also, it's because Jono, he's been pop-capped. Not quite now, but for a while he was pop-capped. So when pop-cap means you can't build more units. So it means that you might as well tech up and get those higher tier units. So that Panzerwerfer combined with the Tigers, man, because the Panzerwerfer is like the hard counter. Nice nade actually from Jono. Doesn't get any models, but gets them quite low. Still, he could lose the... Is that a rifle nade? Oh, man. He actually retreat for retreat, so they both get away. That was a pretty clutch engagement. The grenades from Jono made the difference there. I mean, shocks are going to completely destroy the Panzer Grens up close. Especially... Oh, no, the Maxim! The Maxim got the Grens on retreat, the Panzer Grens. So that's that was a nice wipe. Incendiary to force away the MG. Not very effective, but Blake still has 300 munitions. So any use of the Incendiary is still pretty much a good use. Going for the left side VP now, as Jono has the right. So, Blake won't tolerate the VP drain, which is nice to see. But the Panzerwerfer, it actually missed the barrage. My apologies, but it looks like it did. Got its Maxim is what it was. Got the Maxim in the house there. I don't seem to have game sounds for some reason, but the stream does at least. So that's all that matters, to say the least. So if I miss things, my apologies. So the Panzerwerfer here, man. The Panzerwerfer is an absolute... What is it? Spanner in the works? Is that yeah, spanner in the works for Blake. Still, Blake will have his IS-2 pretty much any moment now. Still, he could lose this gun. It's not on the ground here, so that seems to be a pretty consistent mistake from Blake, is building new weapons when there are available on the ground to be captured. So, yeah, here we go. IS-2 will show up in pretty much any moment. Shock's on the flank. I don't even know how they got there, but still going to be forcing away these Grens. So yeah, double VPs, and I mean, Jono is gradually losing his VPs. 50 minutes, and this game is nowhere near done. This game is still probably another 10 minutes in the works. But like, it's a weird like difference, because like Blake has a good unit mix. He's got shocks, cons, engineers, mortars, Zis guns. However, Jono has a Panzerwerfer, and that's a big deal, man. Panzerwerfers are actually nerfed in this patch, though. They're still very potent here. Pyros will escape, but the IS-2 is here. Like, Blake needs to preserve this IS-2. Currently, his IS-2 preservation has been pretty lackluster.
As long as Blake doesn't make another mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, legit, 2 IS-2s, 2 mistakes.
Yeah. No rear armor Blake, and currently Jono is pretty far off his strafing run. He's still got close air support, which will be great news for him. Okay, here we go. Tiger and the Stug moving up. That's a target weak point. Gets the stun, actually. Can get behind the house. He won't lose it. Takes a fair bit of damage, though. Still, I mean, that wasn't necessarily his fault. The stun prevents this IS-2 from moving. He has 2 NGs, so, not too much of a worry. But this is actually 3 VPs being captured by Blake. Yeah.
They like drove pretty deep into that VP.
Yeah.
And both of the armors from like the other teams.
You're still saying armors.
What's wrong with armors, man? Both the tanks from the other team.
I mean, considering that you've got like 10 hours on this game, and that was like a year ago, you're doing great.
I'm a genius.
If anyone's wondering, Robert's just a friend of Blake and mine. Like he's just watching this game and casting it just for the lols.
I watched the support. That's
yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying having someone to
teach. Yeah.
Teach, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say bond with. That's what we're doing, Robert. We're bonding, just like this incendiary is bonding with these Grens at the Pyros. But it's more like running away, not quite bonding. So. Still, I mean, Blake is consistently making use of the Incendiary. Jono going for a middle VP cap, but he's going to have to capture underneath the fire of the IS-2 and the shocks and the maximum constant, everything. Man, that VP didn't have much chance of securing that one. Still, the Grins will escape, and they do have the Shrek. Oh, here we go. That's a Panzerwerfer barrage. Doesn't quite wipe the NGs, but it gets the IS-2 rather low. And the NGs low means he can't really repair the IS-2. There's, what, 2 Stugs? There's so much AT from Jono. Jono? Oh no. Okay. The problem with Jono's army composition is he doesn't have any... He doesn't have a lot of infantry. He has 2 Grens and an MG and a lot of Pyro. So it's hard for Jono to be aggressive, whereas, Blake has shocks, cons, so he can be aggressive much easier. So it's harder for Jono to take the VPs. Still... he's moving up here, and the engineers are very low, and they're repairing from the front. He could lose these. IS-2 turning to fire. Look at the armors that we have here from Jono. He loses one of them, though, to the Zis guns. Nice play there by Blake. Stug is destroyed. It is only the Vet 0 Stug, but it's still definitely important.
Like, what's his engineers?
He did. Yeah, actually, you're right. He lost his engineers. Nice work. The engineers, they're not a huge blow. I mean, ArchonHawk, he has a fair bit of manpower, so he can rebuild them, but it's the time. Still, look at these AT guns. Jono's driving into them. There's a Vet 3 pack and a Vet 2 is this. This is nightmares for the Tiger. They have PTSD when it comes to driving into these AT guns. Oh man, he loses the Tiger, Jono. You don't drive into Vet 3 packs. Oh, Jono.
Jono's actually done such a good job, like through
Man,
the whole game, just like preserving all his units, and then at the end he's like, nah,
He did the ultimate Blake
throwing
maneuver.
it straight in.
Yeah, that was the ultimate Blake maneuver.
There's no way this could go wrong.
Oh man. Oh, that's put the game in Blake's favor, especially with pretty much all the VPs, occupied by him. Man, and also like the Tiger was getting some pretty good veterancy as well. The Vet 2 Stug is here, and Jono's building a second Stug. It's a lot of AT, but he needs anti-infantry. 2 shocks, 2 cons. Like he needs to have a Tiger. Oh man. He has the Panzerwerfer, which is still going to be very potent, but
Stug's the tank destroyer, right?
The Stug is this thing.
I hope
Tank
he goes,
destroyer.
yeah. 'Cause it doesn't have like the movable gun.
That's right. Doesn't have a turret.
Doesn't have a movable turret. So I hope he goes like he's running a double Stug, so I hope he just goes straight to the ice
Yeah.
and just wrecks Blake.
It's really how you have to use it. But even then, like the IS-2 has so much armor that the Stug won't reliably penetrate, and it doesn't have any anti-infantry, so it doesn't work at all against the AT guns. Where at least the Tiger, like if you flank an AT gun, the anti-infantry is pretty good, where you can actually wipe it.
So the only way to get into IS-2 is pretty much to like try and flank it with a really stupid.
Yeah, exactly. You want to flank it. Also, you want to try and bait it over a mine, get the damage engine. Or also, if you move your Grens in, the Panzerfaust, it will damage the engine, so it moves at a slower speed. And like as we've seen earlier, his IS-2, it was caught by the damage engine, which slowed it down, or it was caught by the rear armor. Oh, the Shrek gets captured by the cons. Oh man. So basically now the cons have an anti-tank weapon, so they can deal with these Stugs pretty effectively, which lack anti-infantry.
Blake's gone from like 370 VPs to 110.
Yeah. See, like 3 VPs drain 3 times as fast as 2 VPs. It's a massive swing, and there's still, bear in mind though, there is still the strafing run available here for Jono, but it won't deal with a full health IS-2. He needs to have support for it. But I think it's less about the IS-2. It's more about the fact that Jono lost everything. In that earlier engagement where he lost his Grens, his Packs, his MGs, like he can't, with this little squads, he can't cut it. He needs more infantry squads, and he hasn't been able to really build them because he needs to have the anti-tank for the IS-2. And the T-34-76, nice retreat from Blake here. So the Panzerwerfer, it has a pretty loud barrage sound, so you can hear it through the fog of war, and you can preemptively retreat rather than seeing it. Because like if you wait for the visuals, it'll be a little bit too late. Mines being placed, nice to see Blake. So yeah, 2 Stugs are here, but even if Blake loses the IS-2, I don't think it'll really matter at this stage, man. He just has too many squads. Stugs can't capture points, I mean, like Grens kind of can, but Blake has more squads, and he has better squads. Shocks are so powerful. This barrage maybe? Incendiary? Yeah, there we go. Incendiary is being called down. Going for the middle, he will take this one, but the Incendiary is going to be a bit of a deterrent. Yeah, that's true.
He always takes him like hell close to 2 squads, and takes him really close to the squads and like wipes them, or an expansion, which buys him all the time. Gives him a capture.
Yeah.
At some sort of point. Like he uses the shots really good.
Okay, there's the strafing run. It probably won't kill it though, but like again, he doesn't actually really. Even if Blake loses the IS-2, not a big deal. But damaged engine from the Sturmovik? What? Not the Sturmovik, sorry, the Stuka. That's unlucky, but it doesn't matter though. I mean, Blake's got the VPs in his favor. The rear armor though, Blake's! Oh, don't rear armor, Blake. But I think it won't even matter. He loses the IS-2.
I think Blake just knows he has to hold on to the 2 side VPs.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
T30.
He spent so much time on the middle VP, and like Jono's basically went all in on it.
Yeah.
All he has to do is like hold the sides.
Yeah, losing a Stug. I mean, what? There's 3 squads left.
Blake's pretty much just like throwing everything just at battles to make sure things don't.
Well, Blake has won this game. We can see into the future.
Can you give me a
What? What?
We're done, Blake. We're done.
I want to see a spanky spank.
Dude.
Just spank these banks, mate.
Like spanky spank. Give us a spank.
Spank. Just a little bit
You're on cam, Blake. You're on cam.
There we go.
That's
That was an excellent game, man. That was an excellent game.
Yeah, dude,
Twice! My reverse moves just juked out on AT guns.
Yeah.
I was just reverse moving and I want to rear armor past these AT guns.
Please subscribe to the General's Gentleman. If you enjoy our content, you can support us at patreon.com/General's Gentleman.